we are gonna be unlocking the brand new Dune Buggy and seeing if it's actually good on a dusty trip. Let's keep right into this. So this thing is pretty expensive, 1.7 thousand Robux. I actually think it's 100 Robux more expensive than the other cars. But anyway, there we go, we bought it. Now let's go ahead and equip it. So I believe this is the only car that you can go ahead and use on the brand new Dunes map, besides the sand cruiser that already spawns over there. So anyway, here we go. Let's go and jump into the game and let's go and check this out. We're now in the game. So here's the sand cruiser right here. But if you take it right, we have the Dune Buggy right here. So let's go and assemble this. So I believe this is the only car that we can use on this map besides the sand cruiser, because I tried equipping some of the other cars that I have and they wouldn't spawn in. So I think this is the only one we can use. But anyway, it comes with a special radiator and engine. So let's go and toss these in the front. We now fully built the car, so let's hop in and let's start driving. Also, by the way, this car is like extremely tall. Like regular cars are like right here, but this one is much taller. So anyway, let's hop in and let's start driving. So the description of this car said it's a lot faster off-road. So let's see if that's actually true. So anyway, let's start off by just driving on top of the road and seeing how fast we go. So it looks like we go at decent speed. Let's try driving off it and see if we go faster. And yeah, look at that, we're already going much faster, which I mean we just drove over one of the dunes and then just went flying. But anyway, let's go and try that again. So as we can see on the road, we go at decent speed, nothing crazy though. But then the second that we go on the sand, as we can see, it will go up like crazy. So there we go. Yep, it's going up like 10 times as fast. Which so far it doesn't feel like we're going too fast right now, but it should keep continuing to go up. And yeah, it's going a lot faster right now. Let's go and jump back on the road. And yeah, there we go. So I think the strategy with this car is you want to drive on the sand for a little bit just so you can speed up. And then you want to hop back on the road. Because if you drive on the sand for too long, then you'll probably like end up crashing just because of how many bumps there are. But anyway, there we go. And also it's super easy to speed up. So we just crashed, but we're already going like 200 kilometers per hour. I don't think we're going that fast, but so far it actually seems pretty cool. Anyway, we already checked out the dunes map in the previous video, so let's go and stop it right here and let's go and jump onto the plains map and let's try it over there and see if it goes just as fast. We're now on the plains map, so let's go over here and let's go and build the car. So it looks like it does still spawn on these maps, but let's see if it goes even faster off-road rather than on the road. So there we go, we fully built the car. So now let's go and hop in and let's start driving. So of course we'll start off on the road. So let's just start off right here and let's see if you go just as fast. And it looks like it doesn't really matter too much because we're still on the road, but we're still speeding up like crazy. Let's go and jump over here and it looks like we're speeding up like the same amount. Let's go and jump back on the road. It is a lot more bumpy over here. So let's go back on. And yeah, it looks like we are going super fast. So it looks like on other maps that aren't on the dunes map, it doesn't matter if you're on or off the road, you'll go like the same speed. But if you're on the dunes map, then you definitely do want to drive on the sand, speed up, and then hop back on the road. Anyway, it looks like this car maxes out at like 420-ish. It kind of changes, but if you're just driving straight, then it maxes out at about 420, which I think that's actually pretty good. It's not very good like how bumpy it is. Like other cars can go like the same speed as this one, and it won't be bumpy at all. So I don't really know why this one is. But anyway, the speed is actually pretty good though. I don't think it's the fastest car in the game. I think some the other cars that I have are much faster. Overall, I would probably rather use the Nebula X car rather than this one, just because of how bumpy it is. Even if you drive those other cars on just the grass right here, it still won't be nearly as bumpy, so I'm not too sure why it is. Anyway, we're at 4,000 meters, so let's go and check the stats. 13.6 liters of water, and then 3.7 liters of oil, and then we have 7.7 liters of gas. Alright, so it's not terrible, but it's definitely not as good as some of the other cars. Like, I believe the other cars would only use like 0.5 liters gas every 4,000 meters, so it's definitely not as good as those, but it's also not bad. Like we have enough gas to get to like 30,000 meters, so I wouldn't really say that's too bad. But anyway, let's just drive down to 5,000 meters and let's see if we can easily get across the bridge. Let's also see if it continues to be just as bumpy. But yeah, as we can see, our screen is shaking, so let's go and drive over here, and yeah, it's still bumpy. Anyway, let's hit this hill, and yeah, we just went flying. So overall, this car's alright. I wouldn't really recommend getting it though, unless you're trying to travel to like 100,000 meters on the brand new dunes map. But other than that, there's no real reason you need it. I mean, it does go pretty fast, but there are cars that go much faster. So I would recommend saving your Robux or just spending like 600 Robux to get the premium season pass. And then you can get like a whole bunch of cars that are better than this one right here, such as the Nebula X1. But anyway, that's gonna be all for this video though, so make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. And I will see you all in the next video.